Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to Pittsburgh. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Hello again, everyone.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike. Let's look at the goaltending matchup for tonight's game. In net, for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And in the other net, starting for Pittsburgh, Tom Barrasso.
We are all set to drop the puck in Pittsburgh. One back to Lonnie. Solani with a shot. Solani tees it up. Rink wide. Feeds it across. Right in front of the net. Soleil with it at the point. Finds Green. Anaheim chases it down. Soleil leading the rush. Byron skates his way through the neutral zone. Dallas with it at the point. Barnes zigzags his way. They score! A blistering shot by Barnes. The Penguins are out in front.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Not much to that one, Doc. Just one pass, a shot in the goal.
Dallas with the assist. The Penguins control at the point. Pusher in the corner. Pronger fights off the check. Puck brought along by Pusher. Dancing in. Anaheim back to get it. Along the boards. Leclerc starts it the other way. Brown races back to get it. To Pronger. Pronger with the slap shot. Bannister races back to get it. Odd man rush. Kick wide by Russell. Marhop not playing up to his standards.
Nothing seems to be going his way this year. He is just not on the same page as his teammates.
Face off in the right circle. Face off won by Barnes. In the corner. Solani! Got a blocker on it. Great chance there. Short pass to Barnes. Banks it off the wall to Solani. Hebert with the chest save.
1 minute remaining.
Dallas retrieves it. That one out of reach. Barnes at the point. The Mighty Ducks looking for the equalizer. Kick wide by Russell. Great chance there. Barnes races. With the big blast, Mighty Ducks find themselves trailing by even more.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Not much to that one, Doc. Just one pass, a shot in the goal.
Face off at center ice. Into the corner, and that'll do it for the first period. Pittsburgh 2, the Mighty Ducks 0. We are set for the start of the second period. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Hatcher sets it up. Intercepted by Barnes. The Penguins control at the point. Off to Correa. 3 on 2 if they hurry. Caught by Barrasso.
Great chance there.
3 on 2 if they hurry. Pittsburgh back to get it. Pass picked off. Rink wide to Barnes. Got a blocker on it.
Tremendous save.
Left side to Holler. Solani pushed off the puck. In the corner. Yager skates it up on the wing. The Penguins on a 3 on 2. Dallas at the point. Correa leading the rush. Walks in front. Just out of reach. Barnes at the point. Off to Solani. Cutting in. Knocked away.
Holy jumping. What a save.
Pronger faces off in his own zone. Over to Pronger. Anaheim behind. Barrasso there to make the stop.
He was right there.
Over to Pronger. Behind the net. Left side to Brown. Warenka twirling with it. Leclerc takes a little shove. Barrasso there to make the stop.
1 minute left in the period.
Oh, is he crushed?
Feisty game with both teams doing a lot of checking.
Heat on. Fights off the check. Hey there. The save. Finds Esther. Marha bringing it ahead. Cutting in. Gathered in by Ruchin. That's the end of the second period. Pittsburgh 2, the Mighty Ducks 0. We're ready now for the start of the third period. One by Barnes. Yager over the line ahead of the puck. Doesn't connect. Dallas races back to get it. Crunched by Dallas.
Oh, he knocked him into next week.
Correa along the board. Correa bringing it ahead. Correa Fires away. Dallas along the board. Right side to Barnes. Solonic! Big save.
Holy jumping! What a save!
Solani retrieves it. Hands it ahead to Holler. Correa races back to get it. Correa fires a slapper. Takes a little shove. Rink wide to Pronger. Odd man rush. Leclerc skates his way through the neutral zone. Kick wide by Barrasso. In the corner. Taps it ahead. Offside, Pittsburgh. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. That one out of reach. Solani along the boards. Solani tees it up. Off the wall. One to Yager. Doesn't connect. Stood up by Barnes. Walks in front. To Hatcher. Pittsburgh chases it down. Pass picked off by Barnes. Advances the puck to Barnes.
1 minute remaining.
Soleil plays the boards to Solani. Big save!
Oh boy, he really got a hold of that one.
The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Right side to Tito. Pusher races back to get it. Kasparaitis retrieves it. Doesn't get through.
That was a great defensive play.
The horn, the hockey game, it's over. For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Pittsburgh Penguins for 68. Jaromir Jagr, the second star from the Pittsburgh Penguins, number 14, Stu Barnes. And the first star of the game from the Pittsburgh Penguins, number 35, Tom Barrasso.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings and welcome to Chicago. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Almost time for tonight's face-off.
Great to be here, Mike. Let's take a look at the starting goalies for tonight's game. In goal for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And in the other net, in goal for Chicago, Hackett.
We're just about ready for the start of tonight's game in Chicago. Green wins the draw. Shot. Over to Amonte. Whistled for a two-line pass. Face off in the left circle. Draw one by Anaheim. Soleil with it at the point. Save by Hackett. Guides it on to Jamnov. Takes a shot. Think wide to Soleil. Solani! Chelios races back to get it. Amonte along the board. Daze eating the rush. A long blast by Daze. To Haller. Haller starts it the other way. Banks it off the wall to Solani. Dancing in. Draw one by the Mighty Ducks. Kick wide by Hackett. Gathered in by Gilmore. Miller, the shot. Rush by Leclerc. Ouch! Leclerc! There to make the stop.
He was right there.
He can't get it. Shooting! Left side to Pusher. Puck brought along by Marha. In the corner. Walks in front. Long to Gilmore. Stood up by Gilmore. Drives one towards the net.
1 minute left of the first period.
The Mighty Ducks with it. That shot's wide. Gathered in by Leclerc. Kick wide by Hackett.
Little chances like that keep the statisticians busy downstairs.
Walks in front. Hackett beaten by Green. The Blackhawks now find themselves trailing.
A great heel-to-toe wrist shot that found its way into the net. One pass, and the puck's in the back of the net.
Anaheim goal, number 39, Travis Green. Assisted by number 24, Ruslan Saleh.
Green set up by Soleil. 20 seconds left in the period. Hackett there to make the stop. 3 on 2. Saved by Hebert, and that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim 1, the Blackhawks 0. We're moments away from the start of the second period.
Anaheim looking to up their lead as things get underway.
Green wins the draw. Jamnov fires away. Right in front of the net. Wow, what a bone-jarring hit. Gathered in by Yanni. Daze at the point. Solani with it. Gathered in by Chelios. Correa over the line ahead of the puck. Face off in neutral ice. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Miller looking. Kicked out by Hebert.
That was a close call.
Didn't get through. McClure starts it the other way. Just out of reach. Gilmore brings it in offside. People have come to expect better numbers by Gilmore.
It's one of those things you can't explain.
Draw in the neutral zone. To Daze. The Blackhawks looking for the equalizer. Advances the puck to Jamnov. Along the boards. Right in front of the net. Denied by Hebert. Hebert covers it. Face-off won by Ruchin. Miller races back to get it. Marha along the boards. Gilmore right in front of the net. Rush by Gilmore.
Punish.
To Ruchin. Puck brought along by Ruchin. Wow, Hackett. Great chance there. That one out of reach. Finds Morrow. Gathered in by Ruchin. Ruchin at the point.
1 minute remaining.
Hands it to Gilmore. Offside, Chicago. Solani races back to get it. To Solani. Daze skates it up on the wing. Daze, drive. Daze with a shot. Finds Haller. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. That's the end of the second period. Anaheim 1, the Blackhawks 0. We're just about ready for the start of the third period.
This should be a great finish, Mike.
Draw one by Chicago. Dancing in. Over to Amonte. Puck brought along by Daze. Yanni controls at the point. On the wing. Cutting in. Denied. Hackett.
Holy jumping! What a save!
The Blackhawks ruled offside. A solid season for Chicago.
A lot of guys playing real well for the Blackhawks.
Face off in neutral ice. Anaheim with it. Chicago will lose a man to the penalty box, and Anaheim will go on the power play.
Anaheim, a good opportunity to increase their lead.
Chicago penalty, number 19, Ethan Moreau. 2 minutes for charging.
The referee has to call that one. Someone could have gotten injured.
Penalty called by the referee. Morrow will head to the box.
Anaheim has capitalized on their power play opportunities.
The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Ruchin skates it up on the wing. Right in front of the net. In the corner. That was a two-line pass. Amazing start by Amonte.
He's played with great enthusiasm, and it's showing up in his point total.
Face-off one by Green. Big drive. Right in front of the net. Anaheim back to get it. Marshall. Right in front of the net. Just out of reach. Cutting in. Hebert plays it. Pushes it up. Walks in front. Bridgewater to Amonte. Anaheim can't convert with the man advantage. Trinka skates his way through the neutral zone. Shooting! Morrow gets shoved. Marshall gets bumped. He can't get it. That one out of reach. Oh, is he hit?
He was right in the line of fire.
1 minute remaining.
Feeds it across. Oh, is he crushed?
Sandstrom, the fella on the wrong end of that body check.
Rink wide to Trinka. 20 seconds left in the period. Shooting! McClure slammed into the board. The Mighty Ducks. Too much tonight. Win credited to Hebert.
Not much difference between these two teams tonight.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 39, Travis Green. The second star from the Chicago Blackhawks, number 31, Jeff Hackett. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 31, Guy Hebert.
say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to San Jose. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Hello again, everyone.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike. Let's look at the goaltending matchup for tonight's game. In net for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And in the other net, starting for San Jose, Mike Vernon.
We are all set to drop the puck in San Jose. The Sharks win the draw. In the corner. Lonnie on a 3-on-2. Solani to Nolan. Puck brought along by Friesen. Beam starts it the other way. Soleil skates his way through the neutral zone. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Sends it off the boards to Nolan. Soleil put it in, but an offside call. Subpar numbers by Soleil.
Normally, he'll put a few more home than that.
The draw at center ice. Feeds it across. Dancing in. Sturm bringing it ahead. They score! A blistering shot by Sturm. The Sharks are out in front.
Hebert hung out to dry on that one. Wow, what a great shot by Sturm. He didn't need any of his teammates on that one. He was able to do it himself.
Sturm gets credit for the unassisted goal. Hummer races back to get it. Ragnarsson retrieves it. Knocked away.
That was a close call.
Cutting in. Vernon plays it. Gathered in by Sturm. 2-on-1. Left side to Bannister. Marha skates it up on the wing. Holder starts it the other way. Pusher skates it up on the wing. On the wing. Gathered in by Ricci. Over to Rucci. Cross-ice pass. Pushes it up. Bannister pushed off the puck. Shot.
1 minute remaining.
San Jose would love to have an insurance goal. Ruchin looking. Link wide to Leclerc. Face off to the left of the net. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. Puck brought along by Nolan. Well, to Marlowe. Doesn't connect. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. San Jose 1, the Mighty Ducks 0. We're just about ready for the start of the second period.
Anaheim not out of this one yet.
Face-off won by Marlowe. Drives one towards the net. They score! Green finds the back of the net. And that goal ties it up.
Superb one-timer by Green. He found himself in great position after the pass, and he did the rest himself.
Anaheim goal, number 39, Travis Green, assisted by number 8, Teemu Solani.
Solani picks up the assist. To Nolan. Slap shot. Over to Soleil. Solani along the board. Big save.
Oh boy, he really got a hold of that one.
Hebert in the corner. An injured player down.
Sometimes something goes numb for a little while, and then it comes around. Oh, that was a bone-crushing hit. That's the type of hit that could give your driver's license a black eye.
Green skates gingerly back to the bench. Let's hope he's okay. One back to Holder. Didn't get through. Ricci with a shot. Finds Pusher. San Jose won the mighty Ducks. One. Finds Ricci. That was a two-line pass. Subpar numbers by Soleil.
Unfortunately, those numbers highlight his lack of production.
Marlowe faces off in his own zone. Loads it up and fires. Solani controls at the point. Vernon there to make the stop.
Man, he gets a lot on his shot.
Correa at the point. Solani with it at the point. Hooked by Sandstrom. Reason skates his way through the neutral zone. Anaheim chases it down. The Mighty Ducks set up shot. Bothered by Vernon. Man rush. Ricci in the corner. Nateau starts it the other way. The score is tied. Anaheim chases it down.
1 minute left of the second period.
Luchin in the corner. Cross ice pass. Outside to Holder. Hammered into the board.
If you're not paying attention, you'll pay the price.
What a bone-jarring hit. Blocked by Hebert.
That was a good opportunity.
Nateau pucks up the victory. This won't change the number of skaters.
San Jose penalty, number 37, Stefan Matteau, 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim penalty, number 5, Drew Bannister, 5 minutes for fighting.
Both decided they wanted to go, and after that, there was no stopping them.
Each player will receive a fighting major. Sandstrom wins the draw. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. San Jose won, the Mighty Ducks won. We're moments away from the start of the third period.
Tight game. This could go either way.
One back to Ragnarsson. Wow, what a bone-jarring hit.
Green, punished.
The Sharks get called for the penalty, and Anaheim will go on the power play.
Oh, as a coach, that's the kind of penalty you tell your players not to take.
San Jose penalty. Number 11, Owen Nolan. 2 minutes for charging.
Hey, you were allowed 2 steps. Anything more is a penalty.
Nolan will end up in the box for charging. Face-off won by Ruchin. Walks in front. Leaves it across. Off target. There. Cut it off. Salami skates his way through the neutral zone. Shoots it into the corner. Gathered in by a bear. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. Ruchin! To Solani. Anaheim back to get it. Taps it ahead. Right in front of the net. Rink wide to Soleil. The Mighty Ducks on the power play. Wrist shot just wide. The Mighty Ducks fail to take advantage of that power play opportunity. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. Gathered in by Ruchin. Rink wide to Ricci. Off to Craven. On the wing. Couple of guys a little bit testy. East restored. Those players will be substituted for.
San Jose penalty. Number 10, Marcus Ragnarsson. 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim penalty. Number 20, Steve Ruchin. 5 minutes for fighting.
Emotions are running high out there. Hopefully we can get back to playing some hockey now that these guys have had a chance to take out some of their aggression.
This player will receive a fighting major. Ricci faces off in his own zone. Shot. To Trinka. The score is tied. He was belted by Sturm.
He was right in the line of fire.
Kicked wide by a bear. Finds Enum. Holds it up and fires.
1 minute left in regulation.
That ought to get the crowd into it. This won't change the number of skaters.
San Jose penalty. Number 21, Tony Granato. 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim penalty. Number 45, Matt Cullen. 5 minutes for fighting.
Both decided they wanted to go, and after that, there was no stopping them.
Each player will receive a fighting major. Face off to the right of the net. Marchman hurls it off the board. Off to Nolan. Cross ice pass. They score! A blistering shot by Friesen. The Sharks are out in front.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Marchman to Nolan. He slides it over to Friesen, and he does the rest.
San Jose goal. Number 39, Jeff Friesen. Assisted by number 11, Owen Nolan. And number 27, Brian Marchment.
Assisted by Nolan and Marchment. Under 20 seconds remaining in the period. Anaheim back to get it. Nolan tees it up. Gathered in by Soleil.
A valiant effort by Anaheim. Unfortunately, they came up a little short tonight.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 39, Travis Green. The second star from the San Jose Sharks, number 39, Jeff Friesen. And the first star of the game from the San Jose Sharks, number 29, Mike Vernon.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Greetings and welcome to Anaheim. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Almost time for tonight's face-off.
Great to be here, Mike. Let's take a look at the starting goalies for tonight's game. Starting for Vancouver, Garth Snow. And at the other end of the ice, in goal for Anaheim, Guy Hebert.
We're ready for tonight's game in Anaheim. Draw one by Anaheim. May gets bumped. Solani fires away. The Mighty Ducks ruled offside. Draw at center ice. Messier skates it up on the wing. Hebert there to make the stop. Right side to Messier. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Over to Green. Cross ice pass. Hedican skates it up on the wing. Circles with it. Couple of guys a little bit testy. Messier chalks up the victory. The number of players on the ice will remain the same here.
Anaheim penalty, number 24, Ruslan Saleh, 5 minutes for fighting. Vancouver penalty, number 11, Mark Messier, 5 minutes for fighting.
All else fails, a lot of guys resort to fighting.
That little scrap will cost each of these players 5 minutes. Face off at center ice. To Leclerc. Leclerc tees it up. Pushed off the puck. Ruchin at the point. Score! Ruchin with the big blast. The Canucks now find themselves trailing.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Ruchin took the puck and he put it in the net.
Face off in neutral ice. Frey starts it the other way. Snared by a pair.
Little chances like that keep the statisticians busy downstairs.
Doesn't connect, but he was across two lines. Face off to the right of the net. Barron sets it up. Cut off by Bertuzzi. Bannister looking. Sends it off the boards to McGillney. Vancouver whistled for being offside. Face off at center ice. Oh, is he hit?
That's what you call physical hockey.
Vancouver chases it down. Gathered in by Zessel. Wrist shot. Finds Huda. Stood up by Bure. Just out of reach. Huda zigzags his way in down the board. May skates it up on the wing. Walks in front.
1 minute remaining.
Guides it on to Solani. Solani zigzags his way in down the board. To Bure. He can't get it. Time running down in the period. Huda along the board. Green down on the ice.
Sometimes something goes numb for a little while, and then it comes around. Boy, that kind of hit will get your attention fast. I know it got the attention of everyone else in the building.
Green skates gingerly back to the bench. Let's hope he's okay. Draw one by the Mighty Ducks. Leclerc gets shoved. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. Anaheim 1, the Canucks 0. We're ready now for the start of the second period.
Vancouver not out of this one yet.
Draw one by Vancouver. Bure with it at the point. Hey there, with the chest save. Anaheim back to get it. Solani gets bumped. Holler appears to be shaken up.
Sometimes something goes numb for a little while, and then it comes around. Oh, he turned his head for a second, and he never saw him coming.
Holler skates gingerly back to the bench. Let's hope he's okay. Green faces off in his own zone. Gives it across. Brought along by Correa. Just wide. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. Leads it along to Bure. Save by Adair.
Oh boy, he really got a hold of that one.
To Solani. Green beating the rush. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Solani skates it up on the wing. Solani. Green scores! Green puts it in on the rebound. The Canucks find themselves trailing by even more.
That rebound came right to him, and he just buried it. Solani got it to Green, and he buries it.
Draw one by the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Advances the puck to McGillney. Naslund races back to get it. Odd man rush. They score! A blistering shot by Leclerc. And that stretches the lead.
Leclerc lights the lamp in what's been a difficult season for him. Leclerc doesn't need any help on that one.
The draw at center ice. The Canucks control the draw. Side to Soleil. Solani leading the rush. Petticoat races back to get it. Vancouver, that one out of reach. Doesn't connect. Rink wide to Huda. Solani in the corner. Walks in front. To Huda. Solani leading the rush. Kicked wide by Snow.
Boy, he can get a lot on his shot.
Subpar numbers, Solani.
Normally, he'll put a few more home than that.
One back to McCabe.
1 minute left in the period.
Anaheim 3, the Canucks 0. Whistled for a two-line pass. Naslund races back to get it. Mogilny retrieves it. Pusher starts it the other way. Bertuzzi passes off by Leclerc. 3-on-2. Big save. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. Anaheim 3, the Canucks 0. We're moments away from the start of the third period.
This has been an impressive performance by the Mighty Ducks.
Draw one by Anaheim. Walks in front. Craig retrieves it. Just out of reach. In the corner, but he was across two lines. They're scoring a lot of goals in Vancouver.
The Canucks have their offense playing like a fine oiled machine.
Bertuzzi faces off in his own zone. Leclerc in the corner. Over to Naslin. Leclerc with a shot. To McGillney. Intercepted by Bertuzzi. Bannister controls at the point. McCabe retrieves it. Marhoff in the corner. Kicked out by Snow. Intercepted by Bertuzzi. Pusher fights off the check. Hebert retrieves it. Bannister, the pass. Play stops as a penalty is called. And Anaheim gets a chance on the power play.
The Mighty Ducks, a golden opportunity to increase their lead.
Vancouver penalty, number 89, Alexander Mogilny, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Penalty called by the referee. Mogilny will head to the box.
This team has been dead solid perfect on the power play.
Draw one by Ruchin. Cutting in. There. Starts it the other way. A long blast by Messier. Leads it along to Ruchin. Marhoff looking. Out by Snow.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
He scores! Second by Ruchin. And that stretches the lead.
The goaltender had no chance on that one. Oh, nifty little play there. They found a couple of seams and worked the man free.
Face off in neutral ice. Bertuzzi swirling with it. Score! Solani with the big blast. The Canucks find themselves trailing by even more.
He got real good wood on that one. That's about as well as he can fire it. That one was just a great individual effort.
Face off at center ice. Vancouver back to get it. Kick wide by Hebert.
He was right there.
Leads it across. Oddman. Solani scores! Second by Solani. The Mighty Ducks increase their lead.
Doc, he picked the corner and nailed that one. Mike, there was some great passing on that play. Before you knew it, the puck was in the back of the net.
Face off in neutral ice. Leclerc takes a little shove. The Canucks whistled for being offside.
Bertuzzi not able to get on track so far tonight.
Face off in the right circle. Vancouver with it.
1 minute remaining.
Cross ice pass. Quick shot. To Hopper. Right in front of the net. To Bertuzzi. Naslin slammed into the board.
He was completely leveled.
And that will do it. The Mighty Ducks pull this one out.
Well, Mike, this one wasn't even close tonight. It was a blowout.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. Third star, from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 39, Travis Green. The second star, from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 20, Steve Ruchin. And the first star of the game, from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 8, Teemu Solani.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Greetings and welcome to Anaheim. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Almost time for tonight's face-off.
Great to be here, Mike. Let's take a look at the starting goalies for tonight's game. Getting the nod in goal for Washington, Olaf Kolzig. And at the other end of the ice, in goal for Anaheim, Guy Bear.
We're ready to get underway in Anaheim. Won by Anaheim. He can't get it. Priya in the corner. Juno in the corner. Guides it on to Korea. Solani leading the rush. Kicked out. Kolsing. Bondra bringing it ahead. Was nice pass. Offside is decided. Dancing in. Wrist shot. Rink wide to Pusher. Nicolishin twirling with it. Off the mark. Quick shot. Penalty call stops the action. And Washington gets a chance on the power play.
Oh, not a good penalty. Washington with a chance to take the lead now.
Anaheim penalty, number 20, Steve Ruchin. 2 minutes for high sticking.
Ruchin into the box for high sticking.
This team has really been deadly on the power play.
Face-off won by Marha. Washington enjoying the advantage. Kicked out. Kolsing. Juno leading the rush. Hey there. The save.
That was a good opportunity.
Marha at the point. Along the boards. He can't get it. Intercepted by Juno. Hey there. There to make the stop.
Ooh, chances like that keep the statisticians busy downstairs.
Taps it ahead. Marha bringing it ahead. Right side to Korea. Oates leading the rush. Holler skates his way through the neutral zone. Rister. Wins the draw. Krieger skates his way through the neutral zone. In the corner.
1 minute remaining.
Bannister retrieves it. A long blast by Marha. Ruchin plays the boards to Leclerc. Finds Konowalchuk. Over to Krieger. Big drive. Outside to Bannister. And that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim 0, the Capitals 0. We're just about ready for the start of the second period.
We've got a real good one going now, Mike.
One back, Solani. Loads it up and fires. Solani controls at the point. Snagged by Kolsing. Oates starts it the other way. On the wing. Angles it off the board. Cutting in. Finds Korea. Johansson gets shoved. But he was across too low. People have come to expect better numbers by Oates.
It's one of those things you can't explain.
Face off to the right of the net. Cutting in. Bellows along the board. Bannister bringing it ahead. They score! A blistering shot by Bannister. The Mighty Ducks are out in front.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Bannister took the puck and he put it in the net.
No assists on the goal by Bannister. In the corner. Left side to Solani. Solani zigzags his way in down the board. Off to Oates. He missed the net. Juneau races back to get it. The Capitals control at the point. Solani bringing it ahead. That one blocked.
Oh, that takes guts because that puck isn't soft.
One out of reach. Finds Oates. Loads it up and fires. Holler in the corner. Korea along the board. Green starts it the other way. Green controls at the point. Kolsik, the save. Breakaway chance. Score!
1 minute left in the second period.
Oates on the wrister. The Capitals tie the game.
Oates lights the lamp in what's been a difficult season for him. Johansson to Bondra. He slides it over to Oates, and he does the rest.
Face off in neutral ice. Marha whirling with it. Stood up by Bellows. Bellows, a little shove. Just out of reach. 20 seconds left in the period. Mironov retrieves it. Bellows not getting up.
Well, let's hope that's just a burner. Sometimes you get an injury where it stings for a couple of seconds, and then you're okay. Initially, it looked just like another hockey player falling in a hockey game, but this one doesn't look good.
Bellows still trying to shake off the effects of that collision. Draw in the neutral zone. Trinka at the point. Played into the corner. That's the end of the second period. Anaheim won, the Capitals won. We are set for the start of the third period.
Boy, we could be looking at overtime here, Mike.
Face-off won by Green. Solani on a 3-on-2. Doesn't connect. Holler skates his way through the neutral zone. Leads. Solani whistled for a two-line pass. Feeds it across. Denied by Hebert.
Tremendous save.
Right in front of the net. Stood up by Zednik. Just out of reach. Washington back to get it. Takes a shot. Nicolishin retrieves it. Marha leading the rush. Cut off by Ruchin. Intercepted by Nicolishin. Pusher starts it the other way. Nicolishin controls at the point. Dancing in. Gathered in by Pavanka. We're all tied up. Pusher controls at the point. Gonchar sets it up. Nicolishin takes a little shove. Intercepted by Zednik. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. wins the draw. 40 races back to get it. Rockets one. They score! The first shot was denied, but the second found its way through. The Capitals take the lead.
Hebert out of position after the initial save, and he can't do anything about the second shot. Tenorti made that one happen all by himself.
Washington goal, number 24, Mark Tenorti.
No assists on the goal by Tenorti. Puck brought along by Tenorti. The play is called back for offside. Pushes it up. Big flash.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, is he hit?
Boy, was he punished.
Bondra got it in, but an offside call. Mironov pushed off the puck. Marha at the point. Kick wide. Kolsing.
Oh, great save.
Pusher starts it the other way. Marha races back to get it. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the game.
Not much difference between these two teams tonight.
For my partner Darren Pang, Mike Emmerich saying good night all.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Washington Capitals, number 77, Adam Oates. The second star, the Washington Capitals, number 24, Mark Tenorti. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 5, Drew Bannister.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, everyone. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Welcome to Anaheim.
Oh, electric atmosphere here tonight, Mike. Let's meet tonight's starting goaltenders. In net, for Los Angeles, Stéphane Fiset. And in the other net, for Anaheim, Guy Hebert.
We are all set to drop the puck in Anaheim. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Solani! Kicked out by Fiset.
Holy jumping! What a save!
Holler zigzags his way in down the board. Gathered in by Soleil. Big save! Hebert passes. Walks in front. Rebound loose in front. To Stumple. Link wide to Stumple. On the wing. Cross ice pass. In the corner. Walks in front. Kicked out by Pizzet.
Man, he gets a lot on his shot.
Los Angeles back to get it. Face off in the right circle. Face off won by Ruchin. Shooting! Feeds it across.
Well, whoever gets the first goal gets a big lift.
Connect. Flickoff handles the puck. Murray looking. Feeds it across. Along the boards. Pass picked off by Murray. Breakaway chance. Pizzet there to make the stop.
That's a good scoring opportunity. It goes down as a quality chance.
The Mighty Ducks get called for the penalty, and the Mighty Ducks will be short-handed.
Oh, as a coach, that's the kind of penalty you tell your players not to take.
Anaheim penalty, number 10, Josef Marha. 2 minutes for elbowing.
Marha looking a little frustrated as he let an elbow fly.
Marha into the box for elbowing.
The Kings able to put the pressure on when they were on the power play.
Face off to the left of the net. Gathered in by Ruchin. Ruchin at the point. Wrist shot. Johnson bringing it ahead. Maria skates it up on the wing.
1 minute left in the period.
He can't get it. Shooting. Gathered in by Soleil. The Kings on the power play. The play is called back for offside. Solani retrieves it. Shooting! Portnoy bringing it ahead. Hebert with the chest save. And that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim, 0. The Kings, 0. We're ready now for the start of the second period.
We've got a real good one going now, Mike.
Face-off won by Stumple. Right in front of the net. Gathered in by Johnson. Hit wide by Hebert.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
Walks in front. Advances the puck to Stumple. Holler along the boards. Ruchin gets bumped. Robitaille on the boards. Whistled for a two-line pass. Robitaille, a disappointing year so far.
Oh, Lady Luck hasn't been on his side. He's not getting any easy points, and that has kept his scoring down.
Moger faces off in his own zone. Correa at the point. Correa! Kicked wide by Pizet. Advances the puck to Moger. Soleil waits behind his own net. Wrist shot. Knocked away by Moger. Touch pass to Green. That was a two-line pass. Anaheim back to get it. Save by Pizet. Feeds it across. Johnson leading the rush. Kicked out by Hebert. Bannister retrieves it. Marha bringing it ahead. Pizet there to make the stop. Stumple skates his way through the neutral zone. Hebert grabs it.
That was a good opportunity.
Doesn't connect. Duchesne handles the puck. Robitaille controls at the point. Marha skates his way through the neutral zone. Caught by Pizet.
1 minute left in the second period.
Walks in front. Cutting in. Nordstrom waits behind his own net. Finds Correa. Over to Siplikov.
A game of cat and mouse right now as both teams are trying to feel each other out.
The play is called back for offside. Over. Green over the line ahead of the puck. Draw in the neutral zone. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. Cutting in. And that'll do it for the second period. Anaheim, 0. The Kings, 0. We are set for the start of the third period.
We've got a close one. This one's still up in the air.
Won by the King. Overtime with a shot. Hands it to Solani. The Mighty Ducks with it. Big save. Duchesne plays the boards to Johnson. Just out of reach. Los Angeles back to get it. Taps it ahead. Cross-ice pass. Stumple over the line ahead of the puck.
Stumple. Not much success here tonight.
One back, Leclerc. Big blast. Kicked out by Adair.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
Bannister bringing it ahead. Quick shot. Leclerc, the corner. To Siplikov. Marha whirling with it. Marha looking. That one out of reach. Leclerc over the line ahead of the puck. Face off in neutral ice. Over to Solani. Robitaille skates it up on the wing. They score! A blistering shot by Johnson. The Kings are out in front.
Hey, Bear. Hung out to dry on that one. Wow, what a great shot by Johnson. The puck comes to Johnson, and he knows what to do with it.
Los Angeles goal, number 23, Craig Johnson. The assist to number 20, Luc Robitaille.
Johnson set up by Robitaille. That one out of reach. In the corner. Hands it to Stumple. Pushes it up. Soleil plays the boards to Solani. Save by Pizet.
That one looked like it was shot out of a cannon.
Banks it off the wall to Solani. Just out of reach. To Robitaille. Kick wide by Adair.
He was right there.
Solani fights off the check. The Mighty Ducks control at the point.
1 minute remaining.
Leclerc gets shoved. The Mighty Ducks looking for the equalizer. Put it in by Marha. 20 seconds left in the period. Kicked out by Pizet.
It was right there.
The Kings set up shop, and that will do it. Kings pull this one out.
A terrific effort by Anaheim. Unfortunately, they came up a little short tonight.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 31, Guy Hebert. The second star from the Los Angeles Kings, number 23, Craig Johnson. And the first star of the game from the Los Angeles Kings, number 35, Stéphane Fissé.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to Anaheim. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Hello again, everyone.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike. Let's look at the goaltending matchup for tonight's game. In net, for Nashville, Mikhail Stalenkov. And at the other end of the ice, starting for Anaheim, Guy Hebert.
We are all set to drop the puck in Anaheim. One back to Daniel. Fitzgerald with it at the point. Gathered in by Brunette. Cutting in. He passes. Nashville chases it down. Kick wide by Hebert.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
Hands it to Solani. Feeds it across. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. Nashville back to get it. Takes a shot. Cutting in. Feeds it across. Solani leading the rush. Kicked out by Stalenkov. Rink wide to Atchinham. Atchinham bringing it ahead. On the wing, Solani zigzags his way in down the boards. Gathered in by Atchinham. Fitzgerald zigzags his way in down the board. Fitzgerald behind the net. Blocked by Hebert.
Atchinham misfired on that puck right in front.
Big shot. Gathered in by Volpot. He scores! Solani finds Lorraine. Mighty Ducks take the lead.
He got all of it. That one beat the goaltender cleanly. Great individual effort by Solani.
The Predators control the draw. Stalenkov covers it.
1 minute left in the period.
Doesn't connect. Ahead to Turcotte. Pusher plays the boards to Marha. Marha whistled for being offside. The draw at center ice. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Shooting! Trinka gets bumped. 20 seconds left in the period. Feeds it along to Brunette. Marshall in the corner. That's the end of the first period. Anaheim won, the Predators 0. We are set for the start of the second period.
Oh, it's still anyone's game. This one could go down to the wire.
Won by Nashville. In the corner. Doesn't connect. To Fitzgerald. On the wing. Soleil leading the rush. Walks in front. Fitzgerald taken down in front.
That's a rough area in there.
Anaheim chases it down. Gathered in by Fitzgerald. Penalty call, and Nashville will have the man advantage.
A terrible penalty for Anaheim. This penalty could really come back to haunt them.
Anaheim penalty, number 8, Teemu Solani. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
He used his stick as a weapon, and that's a no-no.
Penalty called by the referee. Solani will head to the box.
The power play unit just isn't getting it done for Nashville.
Face off at center ice. Zettler pushed off the puck. Johnson not putting up the numbers he has in the past in points.
It's one of those things you can't explain.
The draw at center ice. Finds Marha. Marha. A drive. Taps it ahead. The Predators set up shot. Green leading the rush. Green tees it up. Zettler waits behind his own net. He can't get it. Hebert races back to get it. Over to Bannister. Marha bringing it ahead. To Darby. Two-line pass is called. Feeds it along to Fitzgerald. Shot. On the wing. Dancing in. Volpot retrieves it. Puck brought along by Fitzgerald. Line pass is called. Johnson not playing up to his standards.
For some reason, goals have become hard to come by for him.
Face off in the left circle. Shot. Volpot skates it up on the wing. The Predators looking for the equalizer. Oh, is he hit?
He was right in the line of fire.
Knifed away by Brunette. Solani along the board.
1 minute left in the period.
He scores! Solani with another goal. The Mighty Ducks increase their lead.
The puck was just lying there. All he had to do was bang it home. Solani doesn't need any help on that one.
Draw in the neutral zone. Taps it ahead. Cutting in! Outside to Pusher. Marha bringing it ahead. 20 seconds left in the period. Off to Yachmanev. Wow, what a bone-jarring hit.
Physical in this game right off the hop.
And that'll do it for the second period. Anaheim 2, the Predators 0. We're ready now for the start of the third period. One back to Daniel. Atchinen with it at the point. To Soleil. Puck brought along by Salami. Hit the post with the shot!
You can hear that all the way up here.
Big drive. To Correa. Rink wide to Soleil. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. Solani! Kicked out by Stalenkov. Intercepted by Atchinen. Offside, Anaheim. Stalenkov there to make the stop. Feeds it across. Johnson skates his way through the neutral zone. To Johnson. Gathered in by Bannister. Marha with a shot. Didn't get through. Nashville trails. Brings it off the post.
He missed scoring by just a couple of inches.
Feeds it along to Turcotte. Right side to Marha. Marha with it. Marha in the corner. Smothered by Stalenkov. Subpar numbers by Ruchin.
He's really had a hard time getting involved in the offense.
Face off in the left circle. The Predators control the draw. Solani, the shot. Finds Atchinen. The Predators control at the point. Stalenkov starts it the other way. Daniel races back to get it. Rink wide to Fitzgerald.
1 minute remaining.
Fitzgerald along the board. Short pass to Fitzgerald. Odd man rush. Denied by Hebert. Salami races back to get it. He's got himself an empty net goal. Salami with the hat trick. The Predators find themselves trailing by even more.
Oh, nifty little play there. They found a couple of seams and worked the man free.
Face off in neutral ice. Ruchin fights off the check. Just out of reach. The final horn sounds. The Mighty Ducks.
Tremendous effort by Anaheim. Everything went their way.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. Third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Number 3, Kevin Haller. The second star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Number 8, Teemu Solani. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Number 31, Guy Hebert.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Greetings and welcome to Anaheim. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Almost time for tonight's face-off.
Great to be here, Mike. Let's take a look at the starting goalies for tonight's game. Getting the nod in goal for New York, Tommy Salo. And in the other net, in goal for Anaheim, Guy Bear.
We're ready to get underway in Anaheim. Face-off won by Reichel. Circles with it. Intercepted by Reichel. Rockets one. Off to Holler. Anaheim with it. Takes a shot. Palpy skates his way through the neutral zone. Long to Reichel. Tchaikovsky races back to get it. Cutting in. On the wing. Left side to Palpy. Palpy controls at the point. Over to Soleil. He was belted. They score! Palpy finds the back of the net. The Islanders are out in front.
The goaltender had no chance on that one. Not much to that one, Doc. Just one pass, a shot in the goal.
Draw in the neutral zone. The Islanders set up shop. New York back to get it. Linden shooting. Pusher. Anaheim trying to tie it up. Saved by Salo.
Ruchin misfired on that puck right in front.
The Mighty Ducks ruled offside. Holler along the boards. Salami pushed off the puck. Johnson skates his way through the neutral zone. A fight's broken out. Players head to the box. Those players will be substituted for.
Anaheim penalty, number 39. Travis Green, 5 minutes for fighting. Islanders penalty, number 16. Zygmunt Palffy, 5 minutes for fighting.
Each guy wanted a piece of the other guy, and they got their wish.
5 minutes apiece for the combatants. Draw in the neutral zone. Smolinski skates his way through the neutral zone. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. In the corner. Short pass to Linden. In the corner. Sends it off the boards to Smolinski. New York chases it down.
1 minute left in the period.
Denied by a bear. Over to Bannister. Marha bringing it ahead. Salo, the save.
Marha misfired on that puck right in front.
Under 20 seconds remaining in the period. Puck brought along by Leclerc. Shot. Anaheim chases it down, and that'll do it for the first period. New York 1, the Mighty Ducks 0. We're ready now for the start of the second period.
New York looking to up their lead as things get underway.
Draw one by Reichel. In the corner. Gerard at the point. In the corner. Shot. Sandstrom in the corner. A long blast by Tchaikovsky. Shooting. To Holler. Solani zigzags his way in down the board. Gerard passes. Nabokov pushed off the puck. Korea bringing it ahead. Solani gets bumped. Reichel leading the rush. Score! Reichel with the big blast. Mighty Ducks find themselves trailing by even more.
He got real good wood on that one. That's about as well as he can fire it. One pass, and the puck's in the back of the net.
Face off at center ice. The Islanders leading. The Islanders set up shot. Shot. Chorsky controls at the point. Pusher skates his way through the neutral zone. Pusher pushes it up. Anaheim chases it down. Blocked by Hebert.
Holy jumping! What a save!
3-on-2. Takes a shot. Right side to Leclerc. New York will lose a man to the penalty box, and Anaheim will go on the power play.
Anaheim, oh, they desperately need a goal here. They're trailing in this game.
Islanders penalty, number 32, Trevor Linden. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Linden gets his stick up and draws the penalty.
Linden will end up in the box for cross-check.
Anaheim on a roll right now. They're doing all the little things that make a power play successful.
Karam's off the board. Hebert waits behind his own net. The Mighty Ducks with the extra skate.
1 minute left of the second period.
That'll go wide of the cage. Anaheim back to get it. Solani zigzags his way in down the board. Gathered in by LaPointe. 20 seconds left in the period. Hebert plays the boards to Solani. Gathered in by Ruchin. That's the end of the second period. New York 2, the Mighty Ducks 0. We're ready now for the start of the third period. The Islanders control the draw. Puck brought along by Ruchin. Kicked wide by Salo.
That was a good opportunity.
That shot's wide. In the corner. Circles with it. Salami fights off the check. A fight's broken out. Players head to the box. The number of players on the ice will remain the same here.
Anaheim penalty, number 20, Steve Ruchin. 5 minutes for fighting. Islanders penalty, number 13, Claude Lapointe. 5 minutes for fighting.
These two guys had had just enough of each other and decided it was time to drop the gloves.
5 minutes in the penalty box should cool these guys off. Green wins the draw. Cutting in! Kicked out by Salo.
Holy jumping! What a save!
Anaheim behind. Green got it in, but an offside call. Solani not playing up to his standards.
Nothing seems to be going his way this year. He is just not on the same page as his teammates.
Draw in the neutral zone. Big drive! The pusher. Puck brought along by Sandstrom. They're looking. Here we go. That ought to get the crowd into it. The number of players on the ice will remain the same here.
Anaheim penalty, number 4, Jamie Pusher. 5 minutes for fighting. Islanders penalty, number 14, Tom Chorsky. 5 minutes for fighting.
These two guys had had just enough of each other and decided it was time to drop the gloves.
5 minutes in the penalty box should cool these guys off. Face off in neutral ice. Palfy retrieves it. Rifle looking. Hey, there to make the stop. Anaheim trails. Drives one towards the net. Tchaikovsky skates his way through the neutral zone. Takes a shot. Soleil retrieves it. Solani skates it up on the wing. Kicked out by Salo. Berard starts it the other way. Soleil controls at the point. Tchaikovsky retrieves it. Knocked away.
That was a close call.
Solani bringing it ahead. Berard retrieves it. Cross-ice pass. Odd man rush.
1 minute left in regulation.
Cutting in. By Salo. Face off in the right circle. Huda at the point. Huda with it at the point. The Islanders out in front. The Islanders are offside. LaChance passes. Walks in front. White to Bannister. Marha leading the run. The final horn sounds. New York. For my partner Darren Pang, Mike Emmerich saying good night all.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the New York Islanders, number 16, Zygmunt Palffy. The second star from the New York Islanders, number 21, Robert Reichel. And the first star of the game from the New York Islanders, number 35, Tommy Salo.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Along with Darren Pang, Mike Emmerich. We're just about set to drop the puck.
Great to be here, Mike. Let's take a look at the starting goalies for tonight's game. Between the pipes, for Colorado, Patrick Waugh. And at the other end of the ice, in goal for Anaheim, Guy Hebert.
We're live in Anaheim. The Avalanche win the draw. Penske on a 3-on-2. Hands it to Soleil. Anaheim back to get it. Odd man rush. Correa fires a slapper. They score! Green one times at home. Mighty Ducks are out in front.
Waugh, no chance on that one. Correa got it to Green, and he buries it.
Face off in neutral ice. He was belted by Ruchin.
Oh!
Crushed by Leclerc.
I hope he still remembers his name after that hit.
Cutting in. Long to Sakic. Karam's off the board.
That was a good opportunity.
Puts it off the wall. Banham to a quick start out of the gate.
Things are coming together for him, especially in the scoring department.
Green faces off in his own zone. Didn't get through. Hebert there to make the stop.
That was a good opportunity.
Blocked by Waugh.
That was a close call.
Cross ice pass. Saved by Hebert.
Oh, great save.
Salami skates it up on the wing. Feeds it across. Forsberg gets bumped. The Mighty Ducks set up shot. In the corner. Feeds it across. Cross ice pass. The Avalanche set up shot. Hey there. With the chest save. Feeds it along to Solani. Solani! Oh, covers it. Poor offensive numbers being posted by Anaheim.
Mighty Ducks having a hard time getting the puck behind anybody.
Face off to the right of the net. To Jones. Cut off by Jones.
1 minute remaining.
Colorado trying to tie it up. Saved by Waugh.
Bannister misfired on that puck right in front.
Loads it up and fires. Sakic races back to get it. Taps it ahead. Gathered in by Leclerc. Ruchin at the point. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. Anaheim won, the Avalanche 0. We're moments away from the start of the second period.
Colorado not out of this one yet.
Face-off won by Green. Takes a shot. Feeds it across. Lemieux pushed off the puck. Anaheim back to get it. Lengthwise to Forsberg. He can't get it. Cross-ice pass. Colorado back to get it. The Mighty Ducks ruled offside. Mighty Ducks set up shot. Taps it ahead. Couple of guys a little bit testy. They earned them. This won't change the number of skaters.
Anaheim penalty, number 27, Mike Leclerc. 5 minutes for fighting. Colorado penalty, number 19, Joe Sakic. 5 minutes for fighting.
Both decided they wanted to go, and after that, there was no stopping them.
Each player will receive a fighting major. Won by Anaheim. Anaheim chases it down. Kicked wide by Hebert. Anaheim back to get it. Saved by Wong.
That was a laser beam of a shot.
Lemieux starts it the other way. Soleil races back to get it. Correa on the board. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Colorado back to get it. Clem hurls it off the board. Two-line pass is called. Face off in the left circle. LeFay plays the boards to Deadmarsh. Deadmarsh in the corner. Kwok starts it the other way. Sure, races back to get it. Sandstrom bringing it ahead. Cutting in. Deadmarsh along the boards. Anaheim chases it down. Cutting in. Messier skates it up on the wing. Pusher controls at the point. Stood up by Messier. Injured player down.
Sometimes something goes numb for a little while, and then it comes around.
1 minute left in the second period.
It looked like he never saw that one coming.
LeFay still trying to shake off the effects of that collision. Forsberg wins the draw. Finds Forsberg. Unloads a bullet. Gathered in by Salami. Salami at the point. Finds Forsberg. Gathered in by Soleil. Soleil zigzags his way in down the board. They score! The first shot was denied, but the second found its way through. And we're all tied up.
That rebound came right to him, and he just buried it. Forsberg doesn't need any help on that one.
Face off in neutral ice. And that'll do it for the second period. Anaheim won, the Avalanche won. We are set for the start of the third period.
We've got a close one. This one's still up in the air.
Forsberg wins the draw. Finds Oserlin. Takes a shot. He scores! The Avalanche get a rebound out in front for a goal. Avalanche take the lead.
The puck was just lying there. All he had to do was bang it home. He found himself in great position after the pass, and he did the rest himself.
Colorado goal, number 13, Valery Kamensky. The assist to number 21, Peter Forsberg.
Forsberg picks up the assist. Colorado chases it down. Along the boards. Feeds it across. On the wing. Big shot. Oh, is he crushed? Ouch! Solani controls at the point. Right in front of the net. To Solani. Colorado with it. Forsberg with it at the point. The Avalanche set up shot. Lemieux at the point. Offside is the signal. Leads it across. Cross-ice pass. Marha leading the rush. A long blast by Marha. Pusher retrieves it. Pusher bringing it ahead. Cutting in. Takes a shot. Dancing in. One back to Clem. Anaheim back to get it. Solani leading the rush. Gathered in by Oserlin. Anaheim back to get it. Dean bringing it ahead. In the corner. Holler at the point. Doesn't connect. Oserlin sets it up. Kamensky skates it up on the wing.
1 minute left in regulation.
Feeds it across. Colorado would love to have an insurance goal. Whistled for a two-line pass. Shot. Link wide to Pusher. Marha leading the rush. Kicked out by Wong. Along to Sakic. Sakic scores! Sakic with the big blast. Mighty Ducks find themselves trailing by even more.
No chance for the goaltender on that one. There's no way I would have had it. Perfectly placed shot by Sakic. Great puck movement by Colorado. They really put on a clinic on that one.
Draw in the neutral zone. Shoots it into the corner. The Avalanche, too much tonight. Win credited to Wong. For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Colorado Avalanche, number 19, Joe Sakic. The second star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 39, Travis Green. And the first star of the game from the Colorado Avalanche, number 21, Peter Forsberg.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to Colorado. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Hello again, everyone.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike. Let's look at the goaltending matchup for tonight's game. Between the pipes, for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And in the other net, starting for Colorado, Patrick Waugh.
We're live in Colorado. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Kamensky, the Avalanche, are offside. Draw in the neutral zone. One back to Lonnie. Hands it to Lemieux. Colorado chases it down. Gathered in by Correa. Moves it quickly to Solani. Dancing in. Waugh, the save.
He was right there.
Forsberg at the point. Along the boards. Quick shot. Green starts it the other way. Right in front of the net. In the corner. Left side to Correa. Who can't get it. Kamensky races back to get it. The Avalanche control at the point. Green bringing it ahead. Cutting. Score! Solani with the big blast. The Avalanche now find themselves trailing.
No chance for the goaltender on that one. There's no way I would have had it. Perfectly placed shot by Solani. Puck comes to Solani, and he knows what to do with it.
Draw in the neutral zone. Doesn't connect. Guides it on to Sakic. Finds Pusher. Marha with it. Right! They score! A blistering shot by Marha. And that stretches the lead.
He got all of it. That one beat the goaltender cleanly. Great puck movement by Anaheim. They really put on a clinic on that one.
Draw in the neutral zone. Gathered in by Waugh. The pass. Ray got it in, but an offside call. Sakic wins the draw. Finds Sakic. Saved by Hebert. Gathered in by Bannister. Marha at the point. Waugh with the glove save. Saved by Waugh.
That's a good scoring opportunity. It goes down as a quality chance.
On the wing. That was a two-line pass. Subpar numbers by Corbet.
He's really had a hard time getting involved in the offense.
Face off in the right circle. Anaheim with it.
1 minute remaining.
The players head to the box. Those players will be substituted for.
Colorado penalty, number 21, Peter Forsberg. 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim penalty, number 39. Travis Green, 5 minutes for fighting.
Emotions are running high out there. Hopefully we can get back to playing some hockey now that these guys have had a chance to take out some of their aggression.
This player will receive a fighting major. Sandstrom faces off in his own zone. Salami eating the rush. Takes a shot. Cutting in. Colorado behind. Kamensky at the point. 20 seconds left in the period. Clem retrieves it. Lemieux bringing it ahead. And that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim 2, the Avalanche 0. We are set for the start of the second period. Face-off won by Lacroix. Lacroix skates it up on the wing. Lemieux controls at the point. Sandstrom skates his way through the neutral zone. Holler and the Mighty Ducks are offside. Poor offensive numbers being posted by Anaheim.
Mighty Ducks having a hard time getting the puck behind anybody.
Face off in neutral ice. Lemieux in the corner. Shoots! Shot! Denied by Hebert. Feeds it across. Solani bringing it ahead. Kick wide by Wong.
Oh, almost.
Over to Clem. Puck brought along by Soleil. Soleil in the corner. Kicked out by Wong.
Oh, great save.
Kick wide by Wong.
The Mighty Ducks starting to take control of this game right now.
Blocked by Hebert. Anaheim back to get it. Solani with it at the point. Kick wide by Wong.
That was a close call.
Soleil and the Mighty Ducks are offside. Face off in neutral ice. Finds Hackett. Jones, a drive. Cross ice pass. Marha skates his way through the neutral zone. Anaheim back to get it. Doesn't connect. Bannister gets hit hard.
Bannister drilled by Sackett.
Rink wide to Pusher. He passes. Leclerc and the Mighty Ducks are offside. Leclerc not putting up the numbers he has in the past in points.
It's one of those things you can't explain.
Face off to the left of the net. Just out of reach.
1 minute remaining.
Soleil, the corner. Avalanche trail. He scores! Sandstrom finds the range. Mighty Ducks increase their lead.
Doc, he picked a corner and nailed that one. Soleil got it to Sandstrom, and he buries it.
Soleil with the assist. Off to Lemieux. Tees it up. 20 seconds left in the game. To Green. Soleil controls at the point. That's the end of the second period. Anaheim 3, the Avalanche 0. We are set for the start of the third period.
Nothing has gone well for Colorado.
Draw one by the Avalanche. Rockets one. On the wing. Puck brought along by Forsberg. Maria races back to get it. Stood up by Forsberg. One out of reach. In the corner, icing whistled against the Mighty Ducks. On the wing. Waugh starts it the other way. Covered up by Waugh. All-star numbers put up by Waugh.
All the pieces seem to be coming together for this team, and he's picked up a lot of wins because of it.
Face off to the left of the net. Cutting in! Salami with another goal! The Mighty Ducks are pulling away.
Boy, did he take advantage of the mistake by Waugh. Solani made that one happen all by himself.
Anaheim goal, number 8, Teemu Solani.
Solani, unassisted, feeds it across, taps it ahead. Lemieux at the point. Clem with it at the point. Circles with it. Clem looking. Hebert, the save. Hebert, the save.
That was a close call.
Solani at the point. Forsberg with it. He scores! Forsberg finds the range.
That goal is going to get the crowd right back into this game. One pass, and the puck's in the back of the net.
The draw at center ice. Puck brought along by Denmark. Hebert, there to make the stop.
He was right there.
Shot. The banister, just out of reach. Colorado chases it down. The Mighty Ducks with it. Advances the puck to Sakic. Jones got it in, but an offside call.
Sakic really held in check so far tonight.
The draw at center ice. Colorado trails. Correa retrieves it. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. Left side to Lemieux. Stood up by Kamensky.
1 minute remaining.
Just wide. Score! Lemieux finds the back of the net.
That goal is going to get the crowd right back into this game. Forsberg got it to Lemieux, and he buries it.
Face off at center ice. Draw one by the Mighty Ducks. Offside, Colorado. Colorado chases it down. Save by Hebert. Kick wide by Hebert.
Oh, almost.
Avalanche control at the point. Pushes it up. The horn. The hockey game. It's over. For my partner Darren Pang, Mike Emmerich saying good night all.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Colorado Avalanche, number 22, Claude Lemieux. The second star from the Colorado Avalanche, number 21, Peter Forsberg. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 8, Teemu Solani.
Et aveu des froids trempés protégera nos foyers et nos joies, protégera nos foyers et nos
Hello, everyone. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Welcome to Ottawa.
Electric atmosphere here tonight, Mike. Let's meet tonight's starting goaltenders. In goal, for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And at the other end of the ice, for Ottawa, Damian Rhodes.
We're just about ready for the start of tonight's game in Ottawa. Yashin wins the draw. McEachran starts it the other way. That one out of reach. Takes a shot. Cross-ice pass. Solani zigzags his way in down the board. Finds 3-on-1. Hebert, there to make the stop.
McEachran misfired on that puck right in front.
Right in front of the net. One to McEachran. That was a two-line pass. Subpar numbers by Dackel.
He's really had a hard time getting involved in the offense.
Face off in the left circle. One by Ottawa. Banks it off the wall. To Bonk. Puck brought along. Bannister. Ruchin not getting up.
Sometimes an injury like that'll go numb for a while, and then it comes around. Oh, he was down searching for the puck and never saw the man coming his way.
Ruchin looks like he's in some pain. Face off to the right of the net. Kravchuk pushed off the puck. Sandstrom! Kicked wide by Rose.
He was right there.
Alfredson starts it the other way. Alfredson passes it. On the wing. Pushes it up. Bannister in the corner. Leclerc skates his way through the neutral zone. A fight's broken out. That ought to get the crowd into it. The number of players on the ice will remain the same here.
Ottawa penalty, number 4, Chris Phillips. 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim penalty, number 17, Tomas Sandstrom. 5 minutes for fighting.
These two guys had had just enough of each other and decided it was time to drop the gloves.
5 minutes in the penalty box should cool these guys off. Face off in the right circle. Face off one by Green. Burke to York. Dackel bringing it ahead. Hebert, the save. Dancing in. Ottawa back to get it. Puck brought along. McEachran shooting. Anaheim back to get it.
Whoever scores the first goal, that's a huge lift.
1 minute left of the first period.
Rose out of his net. Doesn't connect. Just out of reach. Holler skates it up on the wing. The Senators set up shop. 20 seconds left in the period. Solani scores! Solani with the big blast. The Senators now find themselves trailing.
That was a great shot. He was just able to squeak it into the corner. Green got it to Solani, and he buries it.
Green with the assist. Face off one by Drury. Shooting! And that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim 1, the Senators 0. We're just about ready for the start of the second period.
Anaheim looking to up their lead as things get underway.
Face-off won by Yashin. Solani in the corner. Oh, the save.
Ooh, chances like that keep the statisticians busy downstairs.
Glove by Bear.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
Along to Yashin. Soleil whirling with it. Solani skates it up on the wing. Kicked out by Rose. Solani looking. Shot. Finds Redden. Oh, is he crushed? Ouch! McEachran controls at the point. Guides it on to Correa. Solani with the slap shot. That one out of reach. Yashin bringing it ahead. Gathered in by Soleil. Penalty call, and Ottawa will have the man advantage.
A terrible penalty for Anaheim. This penalty could really come back to haunt them.
Anaheim penalty, number 8, Teemu Solani. 2 minutes for elbowing.
When you hit a guy in the head like that, you're going to end up in the box.
Penalty called by the referee. Solani will head to the box.
This team has really been deadly on the power play.
Face off in the right circle. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Pusher skates it up on the wing. Covered by Bear. Right in front of the net. Feeds it across. Ottawa with the extra skater. McEachran controls at the point. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Correa! Soleil races back together. Just out of reach. Gathered in by McEachran. Odd man rush.
1 minute left in the second period.
Ruchin gets bumped. The Mighty Ducks fail to take advantage of that power play opportunity. 20 seconds left in the period. Puck brought along McEachran. There, the save. Correa starts it the other way. Anaheim won, the Senators 0. We're ready now for the start of the third period.
This should be an exciting finish, Mike.
The Mighty Ducks control the draw. Kicked out by Rose.
That was a good opportunity.
Rose comes out to play the puck. Feeds it across. Solani leading the rush. In back of the goal. Cutting it. Solani scores! Solani with another goal. The Senators find themselves trailing by even more.
Oh, he's got his hands high up in the air. That little exercise has not had much practice this season. Great individual effort by Solani.
Face off in neutral ice. Bung controls at the point. Goal top retrieves it. Rink wide to Pusher. Marha skates it up on the wing. The Mighty Ducks control at the point. Bung looking. Hey there to make the stop. Puck brought along by Marha. Kicked out by Rose.
He was right there.
Anaheim chases it down. Ottawa behind. Taruchin. Kicked wide by Rose. Anaheim back to get it. Finds Ruchin. In the corner. Cross-ice pass. Dancing in. Leclerc bringing it ahead. The Mighty Ducks set up shop. Dancing in. Cut off. Korea. Puck brought along. Kekrin. Soleil starts it the other way.
1 minute left in regulation.
Kicked wide by Rose. York gets shoved. Ottawa chases it down. Spins. Under 20 seconds remaining in the period. Solani at the point. Karam's off the board.
Oh, he really got a hold of that one.
The Mighty Ducks win the draw. The horn, the hockey game, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 39, Travis Green. The second star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 8, Teemu Solani. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 31, Guy Hebert.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome to Toronto. Along with Darren Pang, I'm Mike Emmerich. Hello again, everyone.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike. Let's look at the goaltending matchup for tonight's game. In goal for Anaheim, Guy Hebert. And in the opposite net, starting for Toronto, Curtis Joseph.
We're just about ready for the start of tonight's game in Toronto. The Maple Leafs win the draw. To Sundin. Anaheim back to get it. Feeds it across. Ria skates his way through the neutral zone. Shooting! At the point. Didn't get through. On the wing. Sundin pushed off the puck. Right in front of the net. He scores! The Mighty Ducks get a rebound out in front for a goal. Mighty Ducks take the lead.
The puck was just lying there. All he had to do was bang it home. That one was just a great individual effort.
Solani unassisted. Draw one by Sullivan. In the corner. Toronto back to get it. Thomas bringing it ahead. Johnson fires away. Pusher gets shoved. Doesn't connect. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Gathered in by Sullivan. Toronto trying to tie it up. Anaheim chases it down. Save by Joseph. One back, Delaney. Kick wide by Joseph.
That was a laser beam of a shot.
In back of the goal. Save by Joseph. Correa at the point. Save by Joseph.
Anaheim starting to dominate a bit.
Shot. Hebert with the chest save.
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
He scores! Solani with another goal. The Mighty Ducks increased their lead.
Solani took the puck and slipped it into the net. Hebert to Soleil. He slides it over to Solani, and he does the rest.
Solani set up by Soleil and Hebert. Knocked away. Anaheim with it. In the corner, it's icing against the Mighty Ducks. Subpar numbers by Yushkevich.
He's really had a hard time getting involved in the offense.
Face off to the left of the net. The Maple Leafs control the draw.
1 minute left of the first period.
Soleil controls at the point. Solani! Solani with the slap shot. Fraser races back together. The Maple Leafs control at the point. He was belted by Green.
Oh!
Correa eating a rush, and that'll do it for the first period. Anaheim 2, Maple Leafs 0. We're ready now for the start of the second period. Won by Toronto. In the corner. Oh, is he crushed?
He was completely leveled.
Off the wall to Solani. Solani! Kicked out by Joseph. Sundin leading the rush. Brings it off the post.
You can hear that all the way up here.
Sundin bites off the check. 3-on-2 if they hurry. In the corner. Cross-ice pass. Soleil gets hit hard.
That's what you call physical hockey.
Solani along the boards. Shot. Toronto chases it down. Taps it ahead. Solani looking. A long blast by Solani. Right side to Solani. Sundin bringing it ahead. Sundin bites off the check. In behind the goal. Quick shot to Solani. The Mighty Ducks out in front. Joseph, the save.
That was a close call.
He can't get it. Soleil races back to get it. Offside, Anaheim. People have come to expect better numbers by Green.
Those numbers aren't helping his team's power play percentage.
Face off in neutral ice. Puck brought along by Ruchin. He was belted by Leclerc.
That's what you call physical hockey.
1 minute remaining.
Joseph retrieves it. On the wing. Odd man rush. Marha races back to get it. Time running down in the period. Gathered in by Ruchin. Puck brought along by Thomas. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the period. Anaheim 2, the Maple Leafs 0. We're ready now for the start of the third period. Sundin wins the draw. Joseph behind the net to play it. Doesn't connect. The Maple Leafs with goal at the point. They score! Solani, a hat trick! And that stretches the lead.
Because of the time he had and the space he had, he's able to blow it right by the goaltender. He didn't need any of his teammates on that one. He was able to do it himself.
Solani, unassisted. Anaheim chases it down. Right in front of the net. There is it. Starts it the other way. The Maple Leafs with it. Marha bringing it ahead. Drives one towards the net. Leaves it across. Sundin controls at the point. Bannister retrieves it. Marha with it. Right in front of the net. Covered up by Joseph. Anaheim peppering the net tonight. Face off to the left of the net. Soleil passes. Cross ice pass. Dancing in. Denied by Joseph.
Oh, almost.
The Maple Leafs trail. Cross ice pass. Solani skates his way through the neutral zone. Joseph there to make the stop.
Tremendous save.
Walks in front. Yuskevich starts it the other way. Johnson controls at the point. Solani retrieves it. Solani with it. Right in front of the net. Anaheim chases it down. Rink wide to Sullivan. Sullivan bringing it ahead.
1 minute remaining.
Penalty call stops the action, and the Mighty Ducks will be short-handed.
A terrible penalty for the Ducks. This penalty could really come back to haunt them.
Anaheim penalty for 39. Travis Green. 2 minutes for high sticking.
Green into the box for high sticking.
Anaheim comfortable when killing penalties.
Face off to the right of the net. Won by the Mighty Ducks. Toronto on the power play. Sundin. A long blast by Sundin. Kicked out by Hebert.
Hebert. Boy, is he looking sharp.
Marha controls at the point. Cote retrieves it. The horn sounds, and that's the end of the game.
Tremendous effort by Anaheim. Everything went their way.
For my partner Darren Pang, this is Mike Emmerich saying so long.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. The third star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 24, Ruslan Saleh. The second star from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 8, Teemu Solani. And the first star of the game from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 31, Guy Hebert.